I also think her and Ziggy would make a really iconic duo, and they'd be, they might actually stand a chance if they teamed up together.
It's lovely to talk to you both about Fear Street. The things you guys did to me in this, I'm just about recovering.
We like
We're
that.
glad.
Yeah.
We're glad.
I'm happy it worked. I'm glad you were scared.
It definitely worked. I'm awful when it comes to horrors. Do you remember what the first ever horror film you saw was?
I feel like the scariest thing that I watched when I was little was like Hocus Pocus. It's not even that scary, but yeah, never really got to watch a lot of horror movies. And I still really don't, but they're really fun to make. I really like doing them.
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think the first movie I ever went to ever as a baby was Blade, but I don't remember it. But that's the first movie that like a ticket was purchased for me to go to. And then I think probably Scream. I saw that really young. And it shaped me forever and made me want to do this.
Yep, that's a classic.
Yeah.
The movie that scared me the most as a kid probably wouldn't fall under the horror genre, but it was Dennis the Menace. Because Christopher Lloyd played the bad guy in that, and I had nightmares, I'm not even joking, for years. So that was the scariest movie to me as a kid.
Yeah, he's scary.
It's like a kid's movie, but it was terrifying.
I think the first horror movie I saw was either Jeepers Creepers or Candyman, but I hardly remember them just because I was like the whole time not trying to watch what was going on. Like I wanted no parts at all.
I think I saw The Exorcist at a sleepover, and I was trying to pretend that I wasn't as afraid as I was in front of my friends. I was trying to act cool, but I was absolutely terrified.
That's intense. The Exorcist, how old were you?
Maybe too old to be as afraid as I was. I wasn't like 10. I was probably closer to like 13, but it still really scared me.
That's a great question, Olivia. I would have to say I was never really big into horrors. So I can't remember the first one that I saw, but I want to say maybe Child's Play. And I'm probably still scarred from that film for the rest of my life.
But you guys are going to be scaring so many people with these films. What's the silliest thing that you're frightened of?
Really good question. The silliest thing?
The silliest thing.
I mean, this is really silly, but like, I'm kind of scared of dolphins. I'm also scared of puppets and sloths. Those are like my three really weird fears that I have. I don't know what it is about all three of them. It's just, I don't mess with them. I don't know.
I can relate to the puppets. I've also got a bit of a fear of puppets.
There's something about them. I don't know.
They're creepy. They are creepy. I wouldn't have one in my room, put it that way.
No, definitely not.
Veins. I'm sometimes get really scared of my veins. Like they freak me out a little bit.
You've got that thing, the vein thing.
I just don't like seeing them. Like they just freak me out
It
a lot.
becomes too real.
Yeah, everything just becomes too
aware of
real.
your own body.
I wonder. I'm scared of caterpillars. They're so fuzzy
Really?
and creepy to me.
And you're like,
But then they become butterflies. So, I mean, they're beautiful as they are, but caterpillars kind of scare me, I'd say.
I have a weird thing with like puddles.
Puddles?
I think it's like a phobia. Yeah, like seeing like after it's rained and there's like a puddle with like stuff in it from the street. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like a dirty puddle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Don't get me started.
Man.
My dog, it always makes me feel sick when she drinks from puddles. I'm like, what is in that?
No.
That's not okay.
And then when I kiss her after as well, I'm like, I need to stop doing
You're like,
that.
a puddle kiss. That's not good at all.
I can convince myself that I'm hearing something when I'm alone. And, it's probably just all in my imagination, but I'm trying to be less afraid of spiders. I'm trying to remind myself that spiders are important. And that they're doing good things in the world. And so I'm trying to be less afraid of spiders, but probably I am afraid of spiders.
Spiders are a big one. For me, I'd say heights maybe, but not. I'm not afraid of heights. I actually love heights, which makes me fear heights. Very weird. It's a weird, like, I have this weird like idea that I can I'll land on my feet if I were to but it's like it's like a superhero complex. Somebody told me once. That person was Batman who told me that. Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to cope in Fear Street, I don't think. I was wondering, how do you think Max from Stranger Things would cope if she was spliced into Fear Street?
I mean, I feel like she'd do really well. Max is similar to Ziggy in the sense that they're both fighters. So yeah, I think she'd do pretty well. I also think her and Ziggy would make a really iconic duo, and they'd be, they might actually stand a chance if they teamed up together.
I'd love to see that happen. We need to make this happen now. Speak to Netflix. I mean, they're on the call.
Yeah, maybe so.
Is Hits Radio.